Hey guys, it's tier list time.
From dust.
But before we get into this video, let me say 3 things. First, this is just my opinion. I know the anime community can be quite toxic, so let me just say this in advance. Sometimes you agree with me, sometimes you're wrong.
You are dead wrong.
It's okay, not everyone can have good taste. Just kidding, I'll try to be objective. Also, this is just for fun. Second, I'm not an anime channel. I might be doing a part 2 or 3 to this video, just because of the sheer amount of anime there is.
Master Skywalker,
There are too many of them.
what are we going to do?
But usually no anime content. Don't subscribe for that. And third, according to sociologists, 42% of viewers will let this video distract them from the fact that Hisoka's bungee gum has the properties of both rubber and gum. Don't let that happen to you. So, this is the list. It starts with OK and goes all up to Boruto, obviously the best anime of all time. No, seriously, let's call this one rewatch. I literally never rewatch anything except I really like it. Also, just because I put an anime in OK tier doesn't mean it's bad. If it's in OK tier, it just means compared to the others, it's not as good. Anime tier list. Let's go! Boruto? Everyone in the anime community really hates Boruto. So I figured I would start with listing everything I like about it. We've got the characters Sasuke, Naruto. And now here's what I don't like. Around episode 100 in Naruto, the Sasuke recovery mission starts. It's about his entire family being brutally murdered by his brother, his desire for revenge, and whether or not he should let go of his friendship to Naruto. Arguably one of the best storylines in the entire series. And around episode 100 in Boruto, we get a 10 episode filler story about ducks. OK tier. I will definitely watch Jojo's Bizarre Adventures, solely for what it did for humanity. I bet you've already heard of the concept of walking. Newsflash, that's a Jojo reference. This show invented walking. I can't judge it based on its story yet, but the memes alone put it in a solid S tier. You don't even have to know anything about anime, but you've probably seen a Jojo's Bizarre Adventure meme. If there ever was a fight at school, you know, someone insulted your family honor, you challenged them to a Beyblade fight. And to be honest, I kept this tradition until today.
This is the way.
This is actually one of the few anime I watched as a kid. Not on a regular basis, and I had no idea what was going on. Nevertheless, we had Beyblade fights in elementary school. I always lost to Philip with his Samurai Pegasus. If you see this, I want a rematch. Kinda yes tier. There's a huge debate on whether or not Deku should have stayed without any powers, and the short answer is yes, at least for a while. I mean, he literally gets godlike powers in the second episode. And why? Normally another character would have gotten them and there was this huge plan, but the guy who gave him the powers was just like, hey, you did this one thing I liked. Here you go, little one. You should be able to use them to their full extent immediately. But oh no, Deku can't use his powers to their full extent immediately because... plot? Also, the end boss of season 4 was a YouTuber. The show itself isn't bad, I personally just didn't like it that much. OK tier, might get better. I haven't seen it and I don't think I will, But if you think it's actually a good anime, tell me in the comments. If enough people do so, I will definitely feel peer pressured into watching it. Okay tier, because I have no idea about it.
Who's that Pokemon?
Hello, this is your friendly reminder to like the video and unsubscribe from the channel if you feel like it. Thank you.
Of course I know legendary Pokemon like Onion Turtle, Punchy Rock and Pikachu, and I'm not surprised if I impressed you with my profound knowledge about Pokemon, but actually I never watched it. I didn't even play any of the games. But just to give it some credit, I'll put it in okay tier like with Dragon Ball. I only started this show because the main character has Zoro's voice. I don't know, I thought it might get cool, and boy did it get cool. This anime has a slow-paced but interesting plot, good character development, a certain atmosphere, I don't know, but most importantly, random beatbox scenes.
Yo! Huh. On the peaks in the snow, he's a spooky mofo. Everything's gone a loony cause the mountain's haunted by Yoshitsune.
Overall, okay tier. To be honest, I only watched 3 episodes. This show is quite popular, also known as Fireforce. You've probably heard of it. The opening is fantastic, and it even has a secondary plot where firefighters fight each other and fire with fire. I know, a lot of fire, but still, I feel like it doesn't distract too much from the show's main plot. The main character is this one girl, and her arch enemy are literal steps. She really stumbles a lot, and then... Please YouTube, don't age restrict this. This show is one of the reasons people might say anime is weird, and I can't blame them. Okay tier though. You hear the opening and it gives off this sad vibe, so you watch the show. First season, phenomenal. Second season, makes no sense at all, even better. And then you get to season 3 and you're like... Apparently the anime is kinda different to the manga, and season 3 just pretends like something's never happened. Still a great show, I like Hideyoshi, kinda yes tier. Like this video right now. Everyone always says that Code Geass has such a great ending. Admittedly, it's a cool story, everything's fine. The ending's like, is he alive? Isn't he? Did his character develop? Didn't it? But to be honest, I couldn't care less. It's a fine show. Many people will disagree, but I just didn't care about it as much. Kinda overhyped, but still kinda yes. Bleach was so promising when I started watching it. The plot starts slow, but then we get into the Soul Society arc. Everything explodes, everyone looks cool. This totally nice person that definitely isn't a traitor dies. I was so surprised by Aizen's 9 million IQ play. Then the Soul Society arc ends with Ichigo getting a random power-up. I'm sure it will be explained later. But why does nobody else try to get their Bankai like that? I guess it's kinda dangerous, but bro, don't you realize you're a side character who wouldn't get it anyways? Just risk it. Anyways, the second arc. Everything is cool, everything is fine, but it ends with Ichigo getting another random power-up. Would be cool if someone explained it. Third and fourth arc, random power-ups, please. Oh wait, a totally new storyline starts? New characters? A new power system? I bet this doesn't end with Ichigo getting... It ends with Ichigo getting a random power-up. The Soul Society arc would easily be a binge, but I don't know, I didn't enjoy it too much after that. Kinda yes tier. Black Clover. Everything's fine until at a certain point all enemies the characters fought against are like, maybe I am good guy? and they start helping the protagonist beat the main villain. I mean, it kinda makes sense, everyone has their own reason, but they change their entire belief and behavior in like 5 minutes, not even a problem. Way too sudden for me. Kinda yes tier.
So we meet again, you little bastard. I'm not gonna drink you.
People say this is the best anime of all time, and to be honest, I can see where they're coming from. I mean, you're watching it, you enjoy the story, there's this one character you really like, totally wholesome guy, a few death flags but nothing major, and you're like, please survive, please survive. And then the man starts showing around a picture of his family, of course he's gonna die. What a legend. Solid yes. This is a show about slaying demons. There isn't too much to say about it, except that it looks visually insane and lightning powers are the best. I mean, look at him. Yes tier, just because of the visuals.
Tell us something your mum doesn't know. Yeah.
In this anime, there's a jazz demon, the strongest people dance in the opening, and it deals with madness. The only problem I have with this show is that it's way too short. I want at least 200 episodes. Yes tier as well. The story of Dororo was actually published in 1969. But for some reason, someone in 2019 was like,
the time has come.
Now, 50 years later is the perfect opportunity to make an anime out of it. And thank you. It's a dark fantasy revenge story. It's not too exciting. No, I would sell my soul just to watch another episode. But still yes tier.
Sasuke, I can't believe you joined Orochimaru!
Shut up, you dweeb.
This show got me into anime, because as a child I didn't actively watch any. The show starts off in a weird way with Naruto turning into a trap and a nosebleed scene. When I saw that I was like, this is the worst show ever. I can't imagine anyone ever liking it. 2 weeks later I was at season 9 of Shippuden. All I remember from that time is brief flashes of the pirating site I was watching it on, disturbing me from fulfilling my life goal, seeing Naruto become Hokage. The feeling you have when you've never watched anything like it, and then there's the tuning exams where you suddenly plunge into a world of sand psychopath, snake psychopath, eyebrow Lee with turtle sensei. Why was Guy even a turtle? This was literally never touched upon again. And the teachers were also strong and interesting. I'm rating this without the filler, and it would be a binge, but because it got me into anime, I'll go with rewatch. Naruto Shippuden kinda ruined the power system for me. In Naruto Shippuden it's just like, hey, do you have a Sharingan or a Bijou? No, but side character. No, I'm actually strong, I trained for literally side character. But still, we got to see the backstories of everyone, and the end was also pretty epic. Yes tier. Assassination Classroom. The author of this plot probably had a bad teacher in school at some point, so he was like, I wanna make a story where everyone just tries to kill the teacher. And I think that's a phenomenal idea. Yes tier. This homeless guy will do anything for $50. Literally. But I mean just like murdering people, not what you thought. This anime has great openings, character interaction, humor, and a cat girl for some reason. But at least you barely noticed that. Yes tier. The best way to sum up Death Note is the fact that there's a 15-minute analysis video of the protagonist eating a potato chip. Basically, Light Yagami's main goal is to make the world a better place, and he's a smart boy. He had a plan to accomplish this goal. Here's what he did. Step 1, be a genius. Step 2, find magical book that can kill people. And I mean, from here, step 3 is kinda obvious. Trick the police to become untouchable, find out how exactly the book works, and then sell your soul to kill an obscene amount of people. What a great guy. This is so close to world peace. I love it. Death Note is like this legendary battle of intellect where Light and L try to outsmart each other and you just sit there with your potato chips and you can't leave because it's so exciting. Until a certain event. After that, it's just not nearly as good. Still, easy binge. Could have been a rewatch if it wasn't for the ending. When I watched this anime, I didn't really think about it. I was just like, oh look, main character strong, other characters weak. Funny. And after watching the show, I saw those big brain analysis on how it deals with depression and its philosophy. And all of that totally makes sense, but you can even enjoy it without knowing that. Binged here.
Octopi are ugly. Squid are cool.
The best part about this show is that there's like these super strong characters who can rip out hearts in half a second and all that stuff. And they almost get bodied by a bunch of ants. Somehow this battle also brings up philosophical questions. You just want to see two children fighting cool battles and suddenly you question your own morality? I love it. Unfortunately, the show stopped and I don't know whether or not it will ever continue, but at least it has so many different good openings. The one called Departure is literally a piece of art. I also enjoyed Departure and I guess we can't forget Departure. Binged here. Fate Stay Night. This anime is just a part of a bigger overarching Fate genre. In the beginning of the show, this guy who can build and repair stuff using magic. Trust me, sounds worse than it is. He lives with 2 girls. Soon another one joins. And I know what you want to say about this one guy living together with a total of 3 girls.
Are you kidding me? That is insultingly low?
So, at the end of the story, this absolute Chad has compiled a harem of 5 girls who are all kind of into him. But that's just a minor detail I noticed. The actual plot focuses on Chad trying to win in a magical battle, and the winner gets anything he wants. Is it just me, or does the roller in Bob the Builder look like he's on some... I mean like he's very tired. Poor guy. Kinda yes tier. Fate Zero? This plays like 20 years before the events of Staynight, you know, the show where the 5 girls stay overnight. But it's cooler in every aspect. The main character himself can't use magic, but he's a trained killer, so he makes it up with the... and a little bit of, you know, stopping time, for which he uses a gadget. Better characters, better ending, and 100% more Alexander the Great. Seriously, this character makes the whole show so much better. Also, the main character has 300% less waifus than his son in Staynight. Only 2, which is an improvement if you ask me.
You know what's crazy about that?
What?
Nobody asked.
Binged here.
Water. Earth. Fire. Air.
Oh my god, how can you put this on the list? It's not even an anime.
You're wrong. Here's why. To start, you're completely missing the point, and everything you think is actually at odds with reality when you look at the data. In fact, you're nowhere close to being accurate.
Alright, look. It's not technically an anime because it's not from Japan. Still, it's more anime than some actual anime. It has this certain theme and you know, it's just way too... You know what? This video lost all credibility when I ranked Code Geass on kinda yes anyways. I don't have to explain this. So, binge tier. I really loved this as a kid.
Jackson, hit this crowd with a, oh yeah.
Normally, when you read a book or watch a movie and there's an evil king, the plot gets resolved by just getting a better king. No questions asked. Is monarchy even smart? Should there be one person that literally rules over everything? In the Labyrinth of Magic's first season, the evil king gets replaced by democracy. Which I know sounds boring as shit, but it's done in such a good and reasonable way. It really surprised me. Oh, by the way, and the actual stories about magic and adventures and stuff like that. The last season came out a few years ago.
I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need it. I need it!
So I read parts of the manga and it just got better. Binge tier. This anime really deserves its own video, and as I said, I'm not an anime channel. Also, I'm definitely not saying this because I'm too lazy to go in detail about this anime in this video. No, there's just no way to break this anime down in a few seconds. It's too deep and too complex. Unless... I'll put it in rewatch. Admittedly, it's not always perfect, but it's pretty close. This is just another classic shonen with a team of Naruto ripoff, Sasuke ripoff and Sakura ripoff. Obviously, Gojo is just a fake Kakashi, is what you would say if you hadn't seen any of it. The opening is sung by angels. The comedy is spot on. Also, it couldn't even be a Naruto fake because the Sakura character can actually do something.
Impossible.
Basically, Itadori accidentally eats an indestructible finger of a demon lord. And now he wants to eat all of them to level up, to finally be executed by his friends in the end. Amazing concept. Binge tier. What? Rewatch even? Are you sure? For now, I'd actually like to keep it in. Okay, you can stay in rewatch. Uncomprehendibly good show, if you don't mind the violence, and the slavery, and some murder. And regicide. And some mass murder, of course. Indisputably the worst show ever. No character development. The plot is completely predictable and very boring. Don't even get me started on the openings. And everything I just said is a total lie. Rewatch tier, second best anime ever. So now you probably wanna know what I think the best one is, right? Well, unlucky, not in this video, and not for at least 1 year. The next video will be on Tanky Online or Wall Street Bets or something. Like and unsubscribe so I can have 0 subscribers one day. And now, to end the list, I don't think this is the best anime, but... I have no complaints about it. I genuinely think this is a great anime from so many different perspectives. I feel like Gintama has a very special kind of humor. Vinland Saga is very brutal, and Attack on Titan gives you depression. I love these shows, but I would only recommend them to certain people. Okay, Joe might lack that kind of humor. Mama doesn't care about violence. And Daniel already has depression. But Haikyuu. This might sound like a weird thing to say about a volleyball anime, but the characters are amazing. Every team has a different dynamic and there are no real bad guys. You kind of have to root for everyone. The action is great. Very well animated. I mean, look at this. The humor also fits, and this might sound weird, but objectively, this might be one of the best executions in the genre anime. It won't change the way you think or something, but I really feel like it has no weak points. This is genuinely a great anime in all aspects. I mean, look at me, I don't like competitive sports and I make videos about mobile games and Reddit. But this anime made me care about volleyball. Thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, also check out the Ultimate Mobile Game tier list.
Do it! Just